don't listen to that person because you've known them for life or whatever, you can just go ahead, do your thing, believe in your gut, take the charge, go ahead, just don't stop. And yes, listen to your intuition, it tells you a lot. If you keep neglecting that,
I agree.
life will keep slapping you right there, that, unless you learn it. Yeah.
Hi, Shruti. It's such a joy to have you here and have an interesting conversation on what women feel about power. So, what do you think about a woman feeling powerful?
Thank you, Monica, first of all, for getting me on board here and having this wonderful conversation. I really feel privileged. So, for me, power means freedom. I feel if you have the freedom of speech, if you have the freedom to do what you want to do, and if you have the freedom to express mentally, emotionally, physically, is when you have the real power as an individual and also as a woman.
Have you ever felt vulnerable as a woman?
Yes, a lot of times. And I feel that vulnerability is not a bad thing. It actually empowers you because, I feel vulnerable at many situations and it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. You can be vulnerable, but that tells you that that keeps you grounded. I feel, because it keeps me understanding that there will be different experiences, there will be a different reaction to every situation every different time. So yeah, being vulnerable is the only way I feel I can learn and explore.
Okay, interesting. So, you're talking about this dimension of learning and exploring while being vulnerable.
Yeah.
So, you have your own startup, which is in the space of, creating interesting textile pieces, right?
Yeah.
So, could you tell me what were the challenges that you felt as a woman who's leading this initiative?
So I am the first woman in my entire family, in the entire lineage for that matter, to ever start a business of her own self. And I come from a very, very patriarchal setup in Banaras. I don't mean to say that they didn't support women, but it is a typical patriarchal setup where my role, I got the best of education and I was supported as a daughter and as as a family member. But again, growing up, I thought that my role was to get married, raise kids and family, and take care of the houses. But I was very inspired by my father, and I felt he is the first person who inspired me to start my own business. And at the age of 5, I knew that I wanted to start this. But coming to being vulnerable, when I really went down to starting this business when I was 23, I had no money, and that was another financial vulnerability that I overcame. And that gave me empowerment that, okay, yes, I can do this. And then I moved to Goa when I got married at the age of 24. And I knew nobody except for one guy. It was a love marriage. And again, I was culturally vulnerable because the food was different, the culture was different, the language was different, and I knew nothing of it. But today I speak fluently in Konkani as much as I do in Hindi or English. So yes, I feel that every time I have faced these issues and I have overcome them, I have felt more powerful and more vulnerable, more empowered as a woman. Yes.
So, tell me three things which a woman needs today to be successful.
So I really, really feel that you need to be culturally intelligent,
Okay.
because you, no matter how much your IQ is or whatever, you need to understand where you come from and who you're catering to,
Hmm.
irrespective of what sector of business you are in. So you need to be culturally intelligent. You need to be, as a woman, for sure, you need to be more emotionally intelligent as well. And you need to have perseverance, because I go by this it's not actually perseverance here, but the clause that I've always stuck by my head is that nothing comes for free, even Santa comes with a clause. So you need to have the perseverance, and you need to keep knocking doors again, again and again. And yes, sometimes you need to just move on to the next door, but you need to keep finding new opportunities and not give up.
Wow, wonderful. So I like this thing of perseverance. Could you just touch upon that a little more and say why, for a woman, she needs to have that patience and some kind of a big picture thinking to know that, okay, I'm here for a long, long shot, not a short
Yeah.
duration, and I'm going to um, be in the game, have my skin in the game for a long,
So I tell
long,
you,
long
yes,
shots. Yeah.
yes. I tell you, I personally feel that, as women, no matter, especially in India, I'm not talking about the outside space, but then, coming from a small town, I've always felt that as women, we just don't fit as CEOs. We also fit into, we are forced, or we accept it, or we are enabled, or, we want to, whatever we say, whatever, you have to fit into different roles. And as a woman, you are you're required to be patient, because
Right.
you're not just managing one role.
Yeah.
So or even if you want to manage one role, it's your psyche which will keep telling you that, okay, I need to go back home and take care of the kids, or take care of. So that perseverance is, you can say that it's okay if I am not doing 100% of my potential, but I'll keep knocking, I'll keep taking that chisel every day to the mountain, and like knocking a few, or keep reading those 5 books, 5 pages every day, so that perseverance is one habit that has stuck by me, and I think I owe my success to that, and it is very, very important. And also, I feel people complain a lot today that, this is not working, I spoke to this person, and oh, my husband is like that, oh, my in-laws are like that. But everything changes, and everything takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. So you need to have that perseverance. Yeah.
One word that defines you.
I feel it's timeless.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't believe in fads. I create anything which is timeless. What I'm wearing is timeless. It's a 35-year-old sari by my mother-in-law.
Wow.
And so even for my personal regime or routine, what I do is, I do not use products which are chemicals or anything. So I use that timeless remedies of my grandmom or great grandmoms. I don't do my eyebrows or any facials or anything. So, like, it's a habit that has gone seeped into my head for a very long time now. And yeah, it's become a habit. So I want to be known as timeless. Yeah. I have never colored my hair. So it's timeless.
Wow, I absolutely relate to this because I also believe in these interesting pieces of information that you shared. I think it's incredible that someone who's so young has this perspective, because it's like, okay, for someone who is in my age group, it's understandable, but for someone who's so young and sharing this perspective is incredible. Uh, I would like to understand, what is one thing that you would like to share as a piece of advice to all the budding women entrepreneurs or aspiring women leaders to have as a key takeaway to move forward and, take take the charge, lead from the front.
I think you said that, you just said that. Take the charge, bloody. Like, just go ahead, take the charge and lead from the front, because don't let anyone, like, I feel a lot of toxicity comes from our families as well, not intentionally, but it does when you, as a woman, so I always tell them that just don't listen to that person because you've known them for life or whatever. You can just go ahead, do your thing, believe in your gut, take the charge, go ahead, just don't stop. And yes, listen to your intuition, it tells you a lot. If you keep neglecting that,
I agree.
life will keep slapping you right there, that, unless you learn it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shruti. It
Pleasure.
was pleasure having you on PowerPuff Woman.
Yes.
Um, I would like you to share something about PowerPuff Woman as a platform. What do you feel about it? What should we be doing to have more women embrace this platform and collectively we take this forward as an initiative to inspire each other?
I think it's a wonderful initiative, because, when you hear that one woman who did it, and you feel that, oh, she did it, and I know her, maybe even I can do it. Like, I felt this personally as well, that when I started, I saw many other people in my family or my circles do this. And it's a journey, it's a loop.
Yeah.
And that is what you're meant for. Like, I feel the purpose of being on this earth is to create an impact in a positive way. And if you can just set the motion in one positive step, that's all that it takes. So, what you're doing is just setting the motion one step. And I'm sure you have inspired millions already, and you will be continuing to inspire many, many more. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.